Wonderful. So welcome everyone to our No Wallet Force demo. That will be the last demo in this year, and I wish everyone happy holidays and Merry Christmas. So let's begin. So for the agenda today, we have traditionally just our community announcements. Then as for the demo itself, we will add 6 more networks to the No Wallet. Those would be mostly the Polkadot parachains. And we will also take a look on what networks we already have in No Wallet. After that, we will take a look on current progress for DApp browser. We will also take a look on the DApp browser functionality, what we have right now, because we can already use it. And we will discuss like a planned features. Then we're going to touch base on something new, which we have been working for like a couple of weeks with different teams. We will discuss how we can involve more community to our development processes. And we will discuss some ideas around that. And in the end of the presentation, we will also review our development plans, roadmap, and we will have some nice announcement in the end of this presentation. So let's continue. So while others are joining, let's quickly review our community links. So you can always find the latest or the up-to-date links to get the app and other social media links on our website. Join our community in Telegram, like international group, announcement channel, and a Russian group, as well as follow us on Twitter, join in Element, read us on Medium, and subscribe on the YouTube. We need to hit this 100 subscribers. Right, so let's continue. New networks. So I think it was happening like for last months. We had lots of Polkadot parachain auctions, and here are the winners, which means that we can finally add them to the No Wallet. And I think that starting from either today or yesterday, new round of Polkadot parachain auctions has been just started. But today we will talk about this particular, which are Akala, Moonbeam, Astar, Parallel, Clover, and of course StateMint. We're going to add them to the No Wallet traditionally on the fly right now. And just a quick reminder, for us to quickly add the network to the No Wallet, we need following statements or conditions to be satisfied from the network perspective. So it should have the default balances palette in terms of the substrate. It should have the version 14 runtime metadata. The older runtime metadata versions can be added as well. We have some networks with like version 13 runtime metadata, but for like quick addition or integration of the network, version 14 is ideal. And of course, it's passed our integration test, which means that on a development environment, we have tested the balances, the transfers, the fees, everything. So we can basically release it to the community, to the production version. And yes, a quick reminder how it's done. Basically, we need to have a request from either community or from the ourselves or from the parachain team to add the new network. Then we need to add the configuration file on our GitHub open source repository. We'll conduct the integration tests, and then we will add the support right in the production app. So let's quickly do that. I just noticed that I haven't run my Android application on the PC, so please give me like a couple more minutes. I will do that. And while it's done, let me also open the GitHub so that we can take a look on this file. And we will basically demerge it. So just a couple of more seconds. By the way, tell us in the group chat what networks are you waiting for the most? On the Kusama, on Polkadot, or maybe like an ecosystem in general? That would be interesting to hear for us. Okay, so I have started my Android emulator, so it should be up in a seconds. And let's return the sharing as well. Kintsugi for Kusama. Right. So for Kintsugi, we actually discussed it with their team. We assumed that we can add them on today's demo, but then we discovered that they have pretty unique approach for handling balances, right? I think even Polkadot.js is not supporting it yet, right? If we will try to switch the Kintsugi network. Yeah, but we discussed with them, and I think in the next year we will try to implement their support as quick as possible, because lots of people want to have a Kintsugi in no wallet. All right, so I have my Android application now here. Let me boot the account. So, oh, that's already have all Polkadot parachains. Let's try the production version. Oh, and here I don't have a wallet. All right, so what we're going to do, we're going to add the new networks here while I'm showing the screen on my PC. And then we will switch to the iOS device just to show you the new networks. So traditionally, let's review the pull request on our GitHub, right? So what we have here is basically configuration for a Kala network, like what nodes it's using and so on. We have Astar, parallel, statement, and I missed the Clover, I think. Yeah, and here goes the Clover. So we just need to merge this pull request to the basically our GitHub, and it should work. I see that Valentin and Stepan already made this verification, so I just need to merge it. Right, and let's switch to the iOS device. And I'm sorry for this issue with Android emulator. So let me quickly switch to the iOS here. So what is happening right now, since we merged the pull request on the GitHub, it will take about like 5 minutes for GitHub to update the cache. And after 5 minutes, we should see the new networks right in the app. But yeah, I need to try that one. That's a production version of the app, so we should not see, yeah, we don't see here Akala, Moonriver, Moonbeam, and other Polkadot parachains yet. But yeah, as I said, like we need to wait 5 more minutes. So what we also going to show on the demo, and we'll show it right after we'll confirm that everything went well for Polkadot parachains integration, we will take a look on the DApp browser. So right now, our users can see this page for the DApps. We have only sub ID, which basically allow you to see all your portfolio information for your account, like different balances, crowd loan contributions, NFTs, and others. But on today's demo, we will show something special. We'll show the actual working DApp browser, which can connect to any DApp, any Polkadot DApp, and use the Nova Keeper there. So let me check quickly if GitHub has updated its cache so that we can try to relaunch the app and see if the networks are now updated there. So I can see it here, and let's see. No, the cache is not updated yet. So let's give a couple of more minutes. You will also notice if you have the no wallet on the production, you will also notice the update for the chains. So while we're waiting for the GitHub to update the cache, let's switch to the DApp browser. And for that, let me turn the switching one more time back to the slides. Yep, you should see my slides now. And yeah, we will talk about this after we will see the new networks. So DApp browsers. So why it is important? Like, why should we have the DApp browser in the app? And the answer is that because it allows you to connect to all the web applications in the ecosystem, right? So think about like crowd loan rewards claim. I remember that Altair and Parallel Heika required manual claim from the users, right? Now, with DApp browser, you do not need to switch to the desktop application or web application to do that. You can just enter from the no wallet to this DApp and do the claiming there, which simplifies things for the people who doesn't have a PC or the laptop, who just have mobile devices. Now think about the NFT marketplaces like Singular, Canaria, and others. Now users would be able to manage their NFTs using them. Think also about the DeFi use cases like DEXs, liquidity pools, farming, some custom staking features like Akala liquid staking, Kilt, Aster DApp staking. And all of these features will now be available through the DApp web browser, right, in no wallet, which means that it's basically boundless opportunities now available in a mobile format, which is amazing. So today we will show you basically how you can connect from the no wallet to a certain DApp. And also in our future plans, we're planning to expand this functionality by basically introducing some sort of DApp catalog right in the app. So instead of just entering the address of the DApp, you will see all list of the DApps in the ecosystem, and you can select different categories like you can see on the first screenshot here. You can see different categories and select and basically browse all the ecosystem DApps, which is great because it allows users to explore more functionality or more features in the ecosystem. Now let's go back to our iOS device and see if we have updated networks there. Right, so you can see my screen now, and we should have the new networks on the bottom, but we don't yet. Interesting. Maybe something went wrong. Let me see the configuration file in the GitHub. Did it update it or not? The configuration file on GitHub updated indeed, so we should see actually the new networks. So let's try to relaunch the app and see how it goes. Interesting. Maybe we did something wrong. So on the production, yeah, always happens on the demo. Interesting. I think my team will take a look on it right now, but we can proceed with our demo either on dev applications, so you can see the Akala networks and the Astar network, as well as Parallel, Clover, and the statement. And we also have a Moonbeam here. And I also can show you the account with some balances on Akala, which participated in Builders event. So we will see what we did wrong for configuration, and I think the team will fix it pretty much soon, maybe even while we are still on the demo. But for now, let's go to the, oh wait. No, I just misunderstood. But now let's go to the DApps features, right? So let's try to go to some DApp, for example, Singular. That's the DApp for the NFTs. So by default, we decided to select the DuckDuckGo search engine, which means that from the privacy perspective, you're pretty good in terms of Google not stealing your personal or privacy data, right? So DuckDuckGo will help you to browse and visit the DApps if you don't know the exact the URL, right? And generally you can, yeah, use it as a browser. But now we have found the Singular. Let's tap it there. And you can see that Singular or Remark developers did a great job because their DApp is mobile friendly and mobile responsive, which means that we can use it from the no wallet, right? And we can browse all the DApps here. But now let's click here on the profile icon and see indeed that we have selected exactly the same wallet and account. I can see my balance here in both Kusamas and Remarks. And also I can switch to other accounts which I have in no wallet. But we will stay on that one. We can also select the different networks and a theme, which is great. Let's stay on the dark one. Let's browse the NFTs here, and let's try to basically buy NFT from the Singular. Why not? So let's go here. Let's tap, for sale. Let's try to purchase the cheapest one just for the demo. And the cheapest one will probably be not decorated only. Let's see what we have here. We have nice pictures of mandala. And we have this nice bike. So let's try to purchase that one. So we can see the details of this NFT and we can see the buy now feature. The remark is basically asking us to make a consensus about our purchase. And now what is happening right now, the DApp of Singular is sending the operation to the Node wallet in order to purchase the DApp, right? So what we should see right now is that the pop-up from Node wallet should appear for purchasing this operation. So let's see. Let's try to buy it. Yeah, today's demo is a special one because we can see that something went wrong once again. But yeah, let's try again. Maybe it's because I have chosen the dark mode, but I'm not sure. And spending. Let's find our NFT which we wanted to purchase, or let's maybe purchase that one. Why not? Let's purchase. Yeah, it seems that something went wrong. I'm sorry for that. But yeah. So ideally what should happen is that the pop-up will show with the details of this operation, and we would be able to confirm or reject this operation on our side. So maybe I messed up with some applications. So let's try to relaunch it. Let's select that account. I probably just understood what went wrong, but let me try and see. I was using the different wallet and I was trying to convince Singular DApp that I'm from another account. So let's go one more time here. Price scanning. And let's hit the purchase on that one. Oh, sure. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, now we can see this, the pop-up. So what was happening and why we were not seeing this pop-up is basically, I went to the DApp browser from one wallet, but in Singular, I selected another one. So probably that is not handled use case for now. We will see how we can fix that. But since I restarted the app, selected the right wallet with the right account in Singular, and now we can see the pop-up basically. So what we have here as information, we have the confirmation menu, which says the wallet from Nova, particular account which we selected from this wallet, the network, the transaction fee, and the transaction details. So the transaction details is usually for more like advanced users, so they can understand what exactly the app sending to the mobile application. But for the most of the users, since you're kind of trusting this decentralized application, you're just going to review the basic information like transaction fee, account, and so on, and hit the confirm. So we have hit the confirm, and let's see what will happen. Hopefully everything will went pretty much good. So let's give it some time. And it says, congrats, it's yours now. And yeah, I can now list it for sale. Yeah, probably charging one kusam would be pretty, pretty bold move in this case. But yeah, let's go back to our application and let's try to run sub-ID. So that's another decentralized application, right? And let's try to see if we have this particular NFT on this account now. And yes, we have. Here it is. It opens once again the singular just to preview it. And it says that it's owned by my account, which basically covers our whole flow of DApp browser. So once again, it gives you limitless opportunities, right? So you can go to something like Astar. Let me see, Polkadot DApp. Yeah, we will open here, use app, and we will have all this catalog with preset applications which users can easily access through, right? But once again, we just visited Astar or Shiden DApp portal. We can see the balances here, and we can see, yeah, all the information about the account. We can go to the DApp staking, and we can basically proceed with the staking here. We can select this Shiden amount and an application to stake. And yeah, we can generally go to any DApp in the ecosystem. The most interesting one would be the Polkadot.js, or not interesting, but yeah, kind of cool one, let's say. So Polkadot.js is not mobile friendly, so you will see the same interface as you would see on a PC, but Polkadot.js allow you to switch to any of the network which it has, right? And do any operation like staking, governance, and so on. So if you're in some critical condition in which you need to access your funds on certain network which no wallet yet is not supporting, but Polkadot.js is supporting already, you can do this little trick and generally do any operation in Polkadot.js on any network, which is cool, I guess. Right. So I have seen the messages in the chat that configuration is fine and I should just relaunch my production application for Nova. So let's do that once again, just in order to see the Polkadot parachains. Yeah, and it seems that something is wrong once again. Zap is trying to load the new config and connect to the parachains probably. So let's try one more time. I'm pretty sure I'm not the luckiest presenter today, but here we are. We have all these new parachains on the Polkadot on the production application, which you should see on your site as well. So we have Akala, we have Astar, we have Parallel, we have Clover, and we have a statement. And we have a Moonbeam, but Moonbeam is interesting case. He's not kind of in this section. The Moonbeam network is slightly above. That's because we added Moonbeam quite a while ago, just for our users to make sure that their Moonbeam address for receiving the crowdloan rewards is the valid one. So that's why we have added Moonbeam kind of a while ago, and Moonbeam is located here. In future versions, as we discussed in our communities, we would be able to deselect and select the tokens which will appear on this screen. So you can hide certain tokens, especially with the zero balances if you don't need them. And you would be also able to select the sorting. So for example, you can sort by the value or by the name, or for example, by the market price change ratio. Right, so we finally achieved the Polkadot parachains in Nova. We also seen, sorry, that's the production app. We also seen the DApp browser functionality. So yeah, we maybe can try to connect to another application like Bifrost. Let's try. Or can type any DApp in a chat for me to try to connect to. Bifrost crowdloan. That's the wrong application, but yeah. Let's try to switch to the slides in this case. So we're going to maintain the collection of all the apps in the ecosystem. Our team did a research about like what the apps we have right now in Polkadot and Kusama ecosystem, what the apps using the Polkadot JS extension and which are using the, for example, Ethereum-based extension like MetaMask, and which are using the both of them, right? And also which of them are mobile friendly or not. So we have collected all this information just to maintain this set of DApps to display for the users. And we also collected information about the crowd loans, which are requiring the users to manually claim those tokens, right? We will add a section for crowd loan claiming as well for users to easily navigate for crowd loan claiming. Now let's go back to our not ideal presentation today. Now let's sum up the networks which we have in Node Wallet. So you can see on the screen that most of the parachains on the Kusama are integrated in Node Wallet, except 3 of them. So we don't have Genshira, we don't have Kintsugi, and we don't have a Picasso yet. So for Picasso, we are waiting for the network to start producing the blocks. As soon as it will be started, we will immediately add it. And for the Genshira and Kintsugi, we need to add this custom logic just for Nova to understand how to treat the balances and how to treat the transfers on Genshira and Kintsugi network. So that's the status for Kusama parachains. I'm sorry. And for the Polkadot parachains, the status is that now we have all of them in our production version of Node Wallet. So that's a great sign. We just did a DApp browser demo as well. One more time, let's take a look on what we have right now in the mockups for catalog, right? So we'll have these categories which users can browse. And we will basically suggest user as soon as they will try to search by name or enter the URL, all these DApps from the Node Wallet. Now, let's talk about something amazing. So community-driven development process. So our idea for that, to involve community more deeply into our development process and for the general Node Wallet product development and forge it to our iterative planning. So how we're going to do this? So first, we will use something like Kenny or GitHub or Telegram group just to collect all these features and maintain this collection in an open way. So everybody will see what we have on our mind and everybody will be able to generally add this feature request on some resource. Probably we will choose the Kenny. Now, the next step, bi-weekly, we will try to prioritize it together with the Nova ambassadors. So we will vote for those features which are most relevant one to be implemented. And the Nova ambassadors will be formed from the most active community members. And we will basically add as soon as we go. And the development team would be able to allocate something like 10 or 15% of development iterations, which are happening every 2 weeks, for those features which are selected by the community. We have discussed this approach with Kusama Console, Talisman, and Chaos DAO. And yeah, special thanks for them for brainstorming on this with us. So we will try to do this in next year. We will see how it goes. I'm pretty sure we will refine it as we go. But yeah, the main idea for us is just to involve more of community members in the way how we shape and develop the Node Wallet, because our goal is to be community-oriented application. Whew, yeah, so that's our idea. I'm very excited to try this on. Now, regarding the plans and roadmap. Markets availability status. Here we have a big announcement that actually we have approved for the App Store in Node Wallet. So if you will go to the App Store, you will see Node Wallet right now. And we're going to make this in a Twitter announcement and a website update, but you can get the Node Wallet finally in the App Store. So if you have been using the testlight link, that's no worries. That's actually the same version. So as soon as you will try to download the application from App Store, you will just upgrade your version from a testlight. So yeah. And generally, having the testlight enabled on your device would allow you to access the builds which we are tested and which were marked to be ready for the production as early as possible. Because to publish the application to the App Store, it usually takes some time. Like in our cases, it took months of review and discussion with Apple. but now they understand what staking and crowd loans are. For the Google Play, we still have an open dispute regarding our previous publishment, and we decided to publish the new version, and the new version is currently under the review. So I think we should have it available, I don't know, depending on the Google Play review time, but for now you can get the latest version from the GitHub. So that's about the market status. For the development plans, we basically going through the list of our Kusama Treasury proposal. So we expect to complete the DApps in early January, because we just need to complete the catalog and the favorite features and other, like saturating the DApps a little more, just for users to conveniently benefit from DApps functionality. And next feature would be to integrate state mine, state mint assets, which would allow you to generally manage all these networks which we have on state mine or state mint, like, for example, Remark token. The next step would be to integrate the NFTs. We will see how much time we have. We reserved something like 3 weeks for that in our proposal. So we will try to adjust our work in this direction in time frame of 3 weeks and see what we can deliver for that. But our bottom line is to have a preview of your NFTs from state mine, state mint networks, and also to have preview of all NFTs on Remark version 1 protocol. We will also work, I think, in parallel with the DApps and other features on the UI rework. So generally improving it from time to time and delivering more convenient and user-friendly and pretty interface. And also what we have on our list is Moonriver and Moonbeam staking. And of course, we have this section of community selected features, which we just discussed. And we will also announce more collaborations pretty much soon, because we are discussing it together with other ecosystem partners. So that's for the next features for the No Wallet. Let me see the chat. Yeah, DeFi. So there is one thing which we need to keep in mind once we will publish the version with the DApp browser, especially. So if you have used the Ethereum-based wallets, you probably see that, for example, Trust Wallet on iOS doesn't contain the DApp browser functionality, but Trust Wallet on Android contains it. And the reason is because the Binance, who owns the Trust Wallet, they decided to limit the scope of the DApps available in Trust Wallet, right? Which was not really satisfying the Apple guidelines. That's why Apple rejected the build with the DApps and forced Trust Wallet to remove it until they will change their policy, how they managing the DApps in the application. However, from our side, from No Wallet side, we're going to allow any DApp in the ecosystem, and we will, make this catalog of DApps. So we should be in pretty good shape. Lots of iOS applications in app stores have DApp browser functionality, especially on Ethereum, like 1inch application and others. Yeah, but explanation of crowd loan and staking was pretty interesting one. I can show our reply, our whole discussion with Apple, if you will ping me in Chaos DAO Discord, Honeycomb. But yeah, it was pretty fun. Okay, so I think that's it from our side. If there are no questions, I wish happy holidays and thank you so much for joining us on this demo, and see you next year. Have a nice one. Goodbye.